judiciously so that visible development can take place in the state. Now, my area of concern, Mr. Speaker, sir, is government serious enough to bring some strong policies? Because last assembly also, I have highlighted about illegal immigrants, ILP issue, REIN issue. These are some serious policies that the government needs to focus on. Last assembly, as I stated, I have cautioned the government of the day that we have been sleeping over this issue, that is the illegal immigrants, for too long. Not only last government, but all the successive governments have been sleeping over this issue for too long. Until and unless the government of the day wakes up, I will be bringing up this issue in every assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, our metropolitan districts such as Dimapur, Chemukidima, Newland have become a breeding ground for all illegal immigrants. If the government does not frame a policy in tackling this problem, we are going to become another Tripura. We are soon going to become minorities in our own country. So it's high time we wake up. Time has also come for the government of the day to focus on skill development, entrepreneurship, in order to eradicate unemployment problems in the state. Government also needs to promote and encourage private sectors, as the same will be a major contributor in creating jobs. Mr. Speaker, sir, now coming to Para 5 and 6 amendments. The reflection of Naga political issue in the governor's address is only a political gimmick. This will be raised only at the fake end. There is a correction error, spelling mistake. You can correct it. FAG, end of the tenor. Mr. Speaker, sir, coming to Naga political issue, let me be very fair. This is my 5th tenor, and I'm ashamed of myself. Because every tenor, only in the fake end, we bring out this issue, showing that we're sincere in it, our approaches are sincere, just to fool the public. So this time around, I really want to request the leader of the House, from the starting of the ministry, that is right after this assembly, a joint legislative forum on Naga political issue should be formed. And a smaller committee can also be formed with all political parties as members. If we do that, that will be a sign where publics and our national workers will think that and will know that, yes, this time around, under the leadership of Rio and the new government, they are really serious on Naga political issue. Why I raise this issue every now and then is because I am proud to say that my NPF party champions the cause of Naga political issue. This Naga political issue is the brainchild of NPF. NPF champions the cause of Naga political issue. Why I say this is I have proof and evidence, and I can substantiate my claims that there is no other political party who can challenge this. And if they do so, they can bring out their facts and figures also. Mr. Speaker, sir, as a reminder to substantiate my claim, DPN, Democratic Party of Nagaland, was born in the year 1963, 21st October. Many of us were not born at that time also. We were never born. Under the chairmanship of A.K. Society. This was formed in view of the trouble-torn situation in the state and conflict between India and Nagas, the so-called famous Indo-Naga political conflict. A.K. Vitsasai, I guess we all know him. He's the first graduate among the Nagas. He had political vision, he was brainy, he was dynamic in every aspect. He saw that once the Nagas come into the state or is being observed under the Union of States, and once they start getting facilities and appointments, this Naga political issue will die. So in order to take up this Naga political issue, he had created a political platform, a party, which will always highlight about this issue. Mr. Speaker said, every now and then, in every platform, we talk that we'll be expediting this Naga political issue. We'll bring it to a logical conclusion. How much time we will save? This is for the 21st year. In my 5th innings, I'm saying this again. Now I feel it is time. As leaders, we should also walk the talk. Keep our promises, keep our commitment. Prime Minister on 24th in Agri Expo, February, what did he say? On 2020, what did Amit Shah, Home Minister, in Montang, has stated? I brought papers with me. He stated that reiterating the BJP's commitment towards Naga political talks, such as our aim is to make peace talks successful and solve Naga political problem. That is what he stated. Are they coming to the state only to fool us again and again and repeat the same word and do nothing about it? Or are they sincere? Mr. Speaker said, we should not throw the ball to the court anymore now. If the 60 legislators are sincere and if we have the political will, I think in 1 year's time, we can wind up Naga political issue and allow an interim government to take over. Then people will start respecting us. Today, 60 of us, we are occupying this chair. Most of 29 are for the first time, the rest are for second, fourth term. The Naga publics do not respect us. Look at the social media platform, the way they criticize us, laugh at us, the way they belittle us. Why is this going on? You do the research. It's because we don't keep our words as a leader. We don't walk the talk. That's why there is no respect. All we have to do is, the moment we start keeping our words, we walk the talk, then that respect will come back. Therefore, I feel, in spite of all these commitments, I think it's high time Government of India also needs to walk the talk, and we, as always said, as facilitator, we should welcome an inclusive, honorable, and acceptable solution to the long protracted Naga political problem. Mr. Speaker, sir, on the amendments, I will try to cover some, but what I cannot cover, my friend will be covering up. I want to come to the Home Department. Mr. Speaker, sir, while congratulating our Deputy Chief Minister for consecutively taking Home Department for 3 terms, some feeling drop up on me. He's a brother to me, and I thought I should give him some very positive advice. The first term, he held the home portfolio for little 2 years and above. With 2 years and above, how much can you do? You cannot. With law and order problem here and there, elections nearing, any person in his shoes will not be able to do much. Second term, he took over. Yes, he did a lot of good things. But at the same time, with that corona pandemic, almost 2 years, offices were closed down. Our assembly was not in operation, and therefore nothing much could be done again, which we don't blame him. The collapse of Home Department, we cannot blame him alone. It is collective, which includes me. I was also Home Minister, but though it was a very short period, I couldn't do much. His predecessors, we believe, also having little time, could not do much. But the time may come where publics may start questioning him. For 3 terms he had it. What could he do for the department? So before publics criticize him, I thought I'll try to advise the government, because he alone cannot do it. He needs the cooperation of all 60 members to bring some reformation in the department. Today, we have a very good officer in place, in person of Rupen Sharma, who is disciplined, who has the willpower to do things. And with his cooperation, I think, there can be total reformation in Home Department. If Home Department is disciplined, the whole state is disciplined. If the Home Department is organized, the whole state is well organized. If the Home Department is punctual, the whole state is punctual. So with Home Department, the state can rise up or it can fall down. Today in the amendment, I have written, police force has been reduced to only static duty and VIP duties and nothing beyond that. I'm sure everybody will agree with me. How much police personnel are being roped in for static duties and VIP duties? I want to request the Home Minister to cut down the VIP bodyguards. And I've seen even ordinary citizens, party officials, having bodyguards. Principal secretary, they're not entitled. Commissioner secretary, they're not entitled. How come a mere public is having 2 bodyguards and roaming in the street? Today, it should be drastically cut down. That includes mine also. Everybody's. So that we can use them for a better purpose. Law and order, tackling crime, so on and so forth. Nagaland Police, for the last 7 decades, have performed anti-militancy operations alone. Therefore, the nature, structure, and attitude of the force is largely of armed police. Out of the approximately 26 strong forces, 26,000 strong forces, 19,000 is armed component, almost 70%. The civil police, IE, DEF, police station, crime branch, EOW, etc. are hardly 25 to 30%. This is exactly contrary to all other states. It's just the opposite to all the other states. Now, with the change of time and situation, the focus should be more on strengthening the civil police. For that, serious reorganization and restructuring of the Nagaland police is needed. That would reflect the new realities and more relevant to the current Naga society. 2. Increased internet connectivity, increased Minister and Deputy Chief want to estimate. Increased internet connectivity in the whole state of the country has led to many cyber crimes, economic offense, organized crimes, etc. has increased. More emphasis on improving the capabilities are required. Number 3, state has very poor forensic abilities. This needs to be improved very, very seriously in order to nab the culprits, in order to solve cases. Every district should have forensic vans, trained personnel, and this should be well organized. Number 4, all appointments, recruitments in the force should be only through open recruitment policy or process. If not this, number 4, if appointments and recruitments can be done on open recruitment policy, then I think our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Y. Patton, will champion the cause. He will bring a lot of laurels and he will be appreciated by one and all. Most of the officers want to only serve in Dimapur, Kohima. This is the biggest problem department is facing and the Home Minister in charge is facing. I'm sure he will be having the biggest headache when the transfer and posting comes. Everybody wants only Dimapur and Kohima. Nobody wants to go to the interiors. So I think the interiors are badly neglected for this. The state should be divided in tough, soft areas, and there should be a policy where every officer is posted for a minimum period of 5 to 6 years also, or even more, in the interior, to come to a certain rank of IGP or DIG. I think the criteria should be a police officer should minimum serve 5 to 7 years in interiors. If that is the case, then it will be made compulsory. Or else, only those people who are having the best backing, political backings, will only get the good postings. And those who don't have connection, for the rest of their life, they are in the interiors. This is one very bad thing that is going on. The IRB is the main fighting force. Its youthfulness should be maintained. All new constables should mandatorily serve at least minimum number of years in the IRB. We should try and strengthen the IRB once again. Mr. Speaker, sir, 20, 30 years back, police personnel were highly respected. Today, there is no more respect. We have to bring back that respect. And to bring that respect to them, they need to be empowered. Politicians should not try to interfere in all the cases. We don't blame the police. The police top-ranking officers from DG down to SPs are all efficient. They are all smart, efficient, dynamic. But who is weakening them? It is you and me, political power, using our chair, calling them up. That is my neighbor, that is my friend, that is my close relative. Though that case is when you release him. That's where things are going wrong. A large component of the forces is utilized in providing bodyguards, house guard to all type of people. There is no force available for genuine police work. As I stated, there is no more force for genuine police works. There should be a clear policy of providing bodyguards and house guards. I think a new policy needs to be framed. No political interference in transfer or during the investigation of cases or disciplinary proceedings against any police personnel. Supposing a police officer takes up a certain serious case, politicians ring up. They want to transfer him because he might do justice. We prevent police officers from doing justice. It should be our duty to call the police officer and tell him, you do justice. That fellow may be my relative, my anything, but do justice. It should be we as leaders, we should impose that. But we don't impose. In fact, we are the root cause of all trouble. Most important and immediate requirement is to constitute a directorate of prosecution. so that independent and sufficient public prosecutions are available. Sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, there are a lot of criminal activities, crimes happening, people are arrested, but no one is prosecuted. That way people are more rather encouraged to do that crime or go create a worse crime, because they know police will not arrest them, nothing will happen. So in order to discourage this, I think a directorate of prosecution is needed. And also, last but not the least, the police budget has not been reviewed for a very long time, and therefore police also gets very less budget. I think this time around, the police budget also needs to be increased. This is what I feel. Mr. Speaker, sir, last but not the least, I came across an article which was aimed at our leader. What legacy are we going to leave behind? I think that article was not only aimed at him, but is aimed at all of us. It should be a reminder to all of us. Today, I also am pondering, if I complete this term, it's going to be 25 years in this assembly, in this house. Within these 25 years, what have I done for my people? What good I have done? What policy changes that I have brought? Today, we need to ponder. We need a welfare government to reach out to the poor, needy, to the unreachable, the untouchable. We need to judiciously utilize our funds and see development. There is a Bible king who say, what's the use if you gain the whole world but lose your soul in the process? We're all going on that line. We're trying to gain the whole world, but in the process, we're all going to go to hell. How many more years can we occupy this chair? How many more years can we be in this assembly? I think time has come for all of us to put things back. To do justice, help those who need help. Facilities, funds should go to the right person, not to the next of kin, family, this and that, no. Deduction in the department need to be minimized so that contractors will be able to do proper development with quality work. All these things need to be pondered. The last words of Lata Mangeshkar touched my heart. So I want to remind this August House that at the end of the day, death is imminent to all of us. We think we are all immortal human beings, but no. The time is set for each and every one of us. So when we have the time to live, let us think right. And so I want to read that small portion. Nothing is in this world is more truth than death. The world's most expensive branded car is parked in my garage, but I was put in a wheelchair. I have all kinds of designs and colors in this world. Expensive clothes, expensive shoes, expensive accessories, but I am in a little gown in the hospital that the hospital gave me. I have a lot of money in my bank accounts, but it is of no use to me anymore. My house is like a palace for me, but I lay in a small bed in a hospital. I kept roaming in 5-star hotels in the world, but now I began to spend from one lab to another lab in hospitals. There were times when 7 hairstylists used to clean my hair every day, but today I have no more hair in my head. I used to eat in various 5-star hotels around the world, but today my diet is only 2 pills a day and 1 drop of salt at night. I was traveling around the world on different planes, but today 2 people are helping me to go out the hospital corridor and come in. None of the features help me. Not comfortable in any way, but the faces of some loved ones, their blessings and prayers keep me alive to this time. No matter how much wealth you have, you will leave empty-handed. Be kind, help those you can. Avoid giving importance to people who love only money and power. Love good people. Appreciate what they are to you. Don't hurt anyone. Be good. Do good. Do good because it will follow you. At the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, we all came empty-handed. We'll go empty-handed. So it's no use trying to only gain property, richness, position. Ultimately, the answer is we should try to help people in need. With these few words, I want to thank you for giving me this time. As I stated, if the government is willing to listen to our advices, the amendments can be withdrawn anytime. Thank you.